Run that bit up like a track, run that bit up like a track, give me that pack and I might take that. She got a fatty, I might take that. Give me your addy, we pulling up to your bed and then we gon' put it around, spit clap. I run that bit like a boy with a sun on it. She so my dick and I feel on.
Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about why Eminem should definitely win Album of the Year for Kamikaze. And I mean, there's a lot of things going into this that really just makes sense for him to win. So I'm just gonna be talking about it right now. I just made a video yesterday about why Eminem probably was never gonna win a Grammy again, and I gave my reasoning behind that. But first off, let's just look into Kamikaze, the track list, and let's just go through this. So first, The Ringer, which we all know about The Ringer. It's probably my favorite song, if not my second favorite song off of Kamikaze. Second is Greatest, which I love that song too. Lucky You featuring Joyner Lucas, Paul Skit, Normal, M Calls Paul Skit, Stepping Stone, Not Alike featuring Royce 5'9", Kamikaze, Fall, Nice Guy, Good Guy, and then Venom, which is for the motion picture. But looking at all of these songs on here, there's not one that I really skip. And I mean, if I do skip one, I feel like if anything, it's either Good Guy or Nice Guy. But I never like, I feel like on these Eminem albums, I feel like I never have to skip, except for the fact on Revival, there's a bunch of tracks that I felt like I don't really want to listen to. Not just, you know, it wasn't my favorite is what I'm trying to say. So I wasn't really listening to every track on there. Like I liked ones like In My Head, things like that. But Kamikaze easily is the best album of 2018, and that's why I think he should win. But I haven't really gave you any reasoning yet, besides the fact that all these tracks are like not skippable. Like they're just all like you want to listen to them when they come on. But like, second off, his flow is ridiculous. I was listening to this album, and that really is what made me want to make this video. Is the way he spits is just absolutely ridiculous. Like I thought, like I just got used to it after listening to it multiple times. I'm like, yeah, he goes hard, but whatever, it's just normal. That's the way I felt. And then I listened to Not Alike, and he goes off. Like he goes completely off, and you just have to sit there and listen. Like it's ridiculous how much he goes off. And I don't even think people realize like how much he does. And like the schemes he was using is stupid, like crazy. He probably had 4 different like main types of flows in that verse he did, which is like so good. And then second off, he just is straight going for people's throats like he used to back in the day. And that's like the best part about this, is the fact that he really doesn't care about anything. And the song that I maybe like more than The Ringer is Fall. And that song, that's like so old school M, where he's riding over that beat so sick, and he's just going in. Like the stuff he's saying, he's calling out academics, he's calling out Joe Budden, he's calling out all these people, Charlemagne. Like he's just going for the throats. And that's the thing I love about Eminem when he does that. And like the point is, on this entire album, he's really like on point. He's on, like the flow is right, everything is right, not really choppy at all, besides when he's intentionally doing that. So that's why I believe that this is his best work in years, like literally years. So that's why I'm saying if he could win Album of the Year, potentially, I think, I'm not 100% sure, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think he won for MMLP2. But MMLP2 is my favorite album, if not top 3 Eminem albums for me all time. I just love the way he spits on that. Like I grew up with that album because I was in middle school when that thing came out, so that was dope. Like I've listened to that all throughout my life, really coming up, and it's been my go-to album. So I wouldn't say that Kamikaze is better than that, but I'd say he goes at more people in Kamikaze. And I'd say that it's just dope compared to a lot of his recent stuff. Like Shady XV, you know, that was dope, but I don't think it was even close to Kamikaze. I don't think any of the stuff that he's been coming out with, like obviously Revival wasn't as good, and I'm not just hating on Revival. Like, I think there's a bunch of good tracks on there, and I honestly still listen to Revival, but I don't think it's as good as Kamikaze, and I don't think it's as good as MMLP2, and I honestly don't think it's better than Recovery. Potentially it's better than Encore, but there's a lot of classics on Encore. I'm not going into the Revival album, but just note that Kamikaze is just exceeding all expectations, and he literally has sold so many copies, and he's doing so well, and it was a surprise album. I don't think anybody else in the game, besides maybe like Jay-Z or somebody, could literally sell like Eminem has, and I don't even think Jay-Z could, to be completely honest with you. Like, just dropping a surprise album like that, like out of nowhere, I don't think anybody is really up to his level with selling, and Eminem's always sold so much. And the fact that Revival sold like 285,000 copies first week, and that was like a failure. And he talks about that. He's like, when selling platinum records isn't enough, like, that's just crazy. But back to my point is, all these songs on this album are just vintage, and if anybody should win, I don't think there was one album this year that outdoes his. Like, there's not a single album that outdoes his. The flow all around, everything. The only way I don't think he wins album of the year, which I think there's a good chance he doesn't win album of the year because they're just gonna hate on him still, but the only way that, like, one of the main reasons I think he won't win is because of the generation and the age we're in. People think that, you know, things don't need to be lyrical anymore and all this crap. So I think that's the only way he doesn't win. But with all the other stuff backing him up, I mean, besides Drake and his Spotify streams or whatever making it to 1 million or 1 billion streams in like a week for Scorpion, Eminem is literally the king of pure sales, and he still was killing the streams too. So I don't think there's a reason why he shouldn't win album of the year, besides the fact that they're just gonna hate on him. I mean, let's be real, he deserves it, and I think that if anybody should win, it's him. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. If you made it all the way to the end, like, I applaud you, because I'm just sitting here talking, but these are kind of the videos I like to make, because I just want to hear your guys' input and what you guys think about these topics. So when I think of them, I just make the video and talk about it, really what's on my mind, why I think these things are happening, blah blah blah. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I really appreciate it. All your guys' support recently. Like the video, subscribe, and peace out.
Run that video like a track me, run that video like a track me, give me the pack and I might take that. She got a fatty, I might take that. Give me your addy, we pulling it to your bed, and then we gon' put it to red. Click clap, I'm in that bit like a boy with a salon, and she's so my dick, and I feel on